Hey Rhody, I'm Elise Major.
And I'm Jenna Kaplan, and this is Hey Rhody Weekly, a show that brings our magazines to life. This week we're talking cafes,
We're talking Instagram,
spring reads,
and things to do for Memorial Day weekend. In our food and drink section, our managing editor, Abby Lammers, visited Cafe Zara, which is on Taunton Avenue in East Providence. Have you ever been?
I haven't been, but I've heard about it.
It looks adorable. They're one of those places that can do like the very pretty, what is it? Like
The lattes?
The lattes with flowers made of foam. It's so pretty.
I always wondered how they did that.
I know. And they also do like delicious avocado toast and croissants, and it's this beautiful little cafe. It just looks delightful.
Well, when I was looking it up, because one day I was going to go, the sandwiches, the pictures look amazing. So I think it's definitely worth crossing the bridge to try it.
Absolutely. Little cafes are my favorite places. I love to get like just a little muffin or something and a cup of coffee. But yes, to your point, don't let the traffic woes with the bridge keep you from discovering these beautiful little places on either side of the bridge.
Yeah.
So
truly.
What are some of your tried and true traffic tips?
Okay, so one of them that I really love to do is kind of make up a story about another driver. So just in your head, kind of where they came from, where they're going, what their job is, just things like that to pass the time. Or you can do these stretches. So it's called kind of like car yoga, but not really, but just like kind of some stretches just to get the blood flowing, things like that, if you're in traffic for too long. But
sometimes I like packing a snack.
oh, always.
Yeah, but don't drink too much, but like having a little snack, like peanuts. I've got so many peanuts in my car because it's like a nice little protein, easy to eat.
A nice little treat.
Exactly. So readers of our magazines will know that the back page of Hey Rhody is always Rhody Snapshots. And that is completely like user-generated content. People use hashtag Hey Rhody Photos. Jenna looks through them, usually with the theme, and compiles that. So I thought it would be fun for you to talk about like how that all comes together.
Yeah, so first what I'll do is I'll just kind of search hashtag Hey Rhody Photos on Instagram and then kind of look through it and see like what the new pictures are. But then also I think about what the month is and themes and that.
So when you're scouting for these photos using Hey Rhody Photos hashtag, what are you looking for exactly? What are tips that somebody can do to like maybe have their photo rise to the top of your feed?
Oh, yes. So what I look for are things like landscape pictures, kind of the bright colors because it's in a magazine. So
yeah,
people want to see the bright colors. And then also mostly shots where there's no people in it. It's just kind of like environmental.
Yeah.
And what's really so great is when they see the picture in the back page, they love it. Like they share it. They just absolutely are so thankful. So
I
it's
know,
awesome.
It's really fun. I think it's a really fun back page, and I love how is it right now where it's flowers? It's all flowers.
Yes.
Sometimes it's been all sunsets. I mean, they're gorgeous.
The pictures are it's hard to choose sometimes.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And there's thousands that have tagged us already with Hey Rhody Photos.
Oh yeah, I think it's in like the 30,000.
Yeah, it's a lot.
The hashtag.
So that's a really fun back page.
So with the warmer weather coming and beach season coming up, one of my favorite things to do is sit on the beach and read a good book.
People love reading on the beach.
Do you have any recommendations of any books to read?
Me personally, no. But Robin Call, who is a book influencer, she's based out of East Greenwich, and chances are if you're anyone who likes to read novels, you've heard of her because she is Reading with Robin. And she also does some events with her daughter, Emily Homanoff. And they just are like the book influencers of Rhode Island.
When you say book influencer, Is it different than an author?
It is.
Okay.
So, you've written a book, you're the author.
Yeah.
But now what Robin does is she works with, I think, the PR people, the authors to help promote the books locally. And she'll partner with a lot of bookstores like Curiosity and Company in Jamestown,
yes.
where they'll have an event where they host an author and, they'll have a talk. There might be like some food or something like that. But she's really sweet and it's fun because one day I went to lunch with Robin.
Yeah.
And she had a book with her in her bag because sure enough, somebody recognized her and they asked her what she was reading. So she said she always brings a book with her because people will always ask her, what are you reading? And this way she has something to show them. So the Rhody Reads column is really fun. It's not every month, but for the May issue, Robin does have 6 picks of beach reads, some with local ties. Some are authors that she's going to be featuring in her upcoming events. And the following month, it will be done by Deborah Goodrich Royce, who is a best-selling author of thriller novels and also an owner of the Ocean House in Watch Hill. So it's really fun that we have some of these notable names doing our picks for us.
Yeah, and I will be sure to check out that list at heyrhody.com.
Well, May has flown by and it's already the last weekend of the month, and that means Memorial Day, but also some activities leading up to it. So we're going to talk about those right now.
Yeah, so one is in Warwick, the Gatsby Days Arts and Crafts Festival. And so what that is when there's over 100 local artists and you can purchase goods from them. There's also live music, local eateries. It's like a very big event.
It's a really pretty spot in the state that I don't think a lot of people know about.
Yeah.
And even though it says it's in Warwick, it's not like the part of Warwick, I think that like, it's not near like the malls or anything. It's sort of like right over the Cranston line, that's right over the Providence line. It's in this like little coastal spot that reminds me of like a little area of like Mystic Village. It's very pretty and quaint and that'll be a really fun time. Another coastal thing that I like to do is going to Theater by the Sea, and their season kicks off in May with their first production being A Chorus Line. And if you've never been to Theater by the Sea, have you ever been to Theater by the Sea?
No.
You're here?
Oh, hi guys.
I love Theater by the Sea. It is the coolest place. It's in Matunic, and it is this big barn. There's also a restaurant there, and they put on productions that have so much, like it's Broadway caliber with so much heart. I love going to shows there. So A Chorus Line will run from May 29th all the way to June 22nd. So you got plenty of time to go see it. Don't miss it.
Get your tickets, I guess.
Absolutely.
And then it's Memorial Day weekend. So what are you guys doing?
Probably cookouts. I think that's the generic thing for Memorial Day weekend. Somebody's always having a cookout. But I feel like there's a lot more that happens that not everybody always knows about. So what do we got?
So we have in Newport at Fort Adams, Boots on the Ground, which honors service members that passed after 9/11 within that time period. There's about 7,000 boots that will be there.
Yeah, it's a really way to commemorate, the holiday, the observance.
Yeah, so, I mean, I have multiple friends that were in the military. I've had family members in the military. One of my friends who just got out, he makes that remark relatively often on any of these memorial holidays or ones that are meant to acknowledge military members, that people kind of forget what they're meant to be. And something like this really helps put into perspective why we have the holiday.
Yeah.
You can recognize the holiday for what it is.
You're like, I will be having that cookout.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean that's kind of like everybody thinks
Yeah.
you either have to memorialize or you have to have a good time.
True.
It's like you can do both. You can recognize it for what it is, and then you can also acknowledge your friends and family that are still there. Maybe go and shake a service member's hand and thank them for their service.
And then eat a hot
and
dog.
then make them a hot dog and everybody can be happy.
That's lovely.
Oh, thank you.
I know. I love that. Nick Tell Judas, ladies and gentlemen.
Brought to you by, brought to you by, see, it's every time.
Things to do for Memorial Day weekend. I lost myself.
This feels awkward.
Nick has left the chat. Okay.
Okay. Yours went the furthest.
Huzzah.